he's a very fun fighter in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely is. I mean, he spins around a lot. He's pretty flashy, but like, he looks weird as fuck. So it's like, but yeah, he against Marc-Andre Barrio, it's like, I mean, and they gave him 30-27, which I thought was kind of bullshit. You expect some bias in the Middle East, right? Around, um, I thought that, that around going to, what's his name, was a little bit biased. Um, but yeah, no, I mean, I didn't think he won the first round at all. I thought Barrio was dictating that. He pulled it out in the end, but yeah, dude, like, I mean, Barrio is like another one where it's like, you know, it's like, yeah, it's like against the guy who's coming off being blinded by Chris Weidman, like, like,
That was Bruno Silva.
Yeah, wasn't that who did he just got like Barrio's last fight? Wasn't that middleweight Bruno Silva? Not flyweight Bruno Silva, middleweight Bruno Silva. He's coming
Yeah,
out.
you're absolutely right. He knocked him out in the first round.
Yeah, he just hospitalized the dude. Yeah. And like that's a guy like, okay, yeah, he's gonna win this fight. He styled on him, and I'm like, okay, Barrio will beat like a can you put in front of him. Same thing with Shara. You got two guys like that, and it's like, you figure one of them's gonna get the finish, but Barrio made it more competitive than I thought it was gonna be. Yeah, I mean, Shara's entertaining. He's definitely entertaining.
Hands down. Yeah, you can't take that away from him. Xenu, what did you think about this Shara Bullet, and I guess the future of Shara Bullet? What do you think is his future in the middleweight division?
I think they need to give him like a top 10 guy to just fully expose him correctly, to show everybody what he actually is, because he's just a clip farmer, man. He just does like a cool move and then just farm money there online, bro.
Sure. That's a good point. I just don't think they're gonna do it. I think that I think that Shara Bullet is like the main event of an LFA card type fighter, right? Like you bring him in for the region that he's fighting in, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? He gets the crowd hyped. He gets a sick highlight, whatever. But I think that ultimately, like, he's just not that guy. Ain't that guy, buddy?
Yeah, where they're fighting tonight, I mean, that just proved good points. Yeah,
100%.
He's not still ranked, is he?
No, neither of them were ranked heading into this fight. At least on the graphics, they didn't have a number next to their name.
He's maybe 15 now, but I don't.
No, he was for a minute. He was 15. But yeah, no, I don't yet.
The next fight on the card was Asu Amabaya versus Jose Ochoa. Not that great of a fight. I expected Ochoa to do better, but I am actually impressed with Asu Amabaya's grappling. He threw some cool spinny shit, but ultimately just kind of dominated the fight. There wasn't ever a time where I was like, oh shit, Ochoa hurt. He hurt him or whatever, Like it was basically just all Asu Amabaya all the way through.
Is your cat Abyssinian?
Shit, bro's lagging out. Quick, talk about Asu Amabaya versus Jose Ochoa.
Yeah, all right. So Ochoa's armbar that he almost like locked up was, I mean, that was the only moment of that fight where and not because I picked Ochoa. That was the only moment of that fight where I was just like, oh shit, like something exciting off the script is maybe gonna happen.
All right, you're back. But yeah, I don't know, man. It wasn't that great of a fight, but I'm happy to see Asu Amabayev get a W in a fight that I kind of thought he would lose.
Yeah, I thought he would lose too. Dude, you're a striking fan, like as am I, probably more so than grappling. It's not. I mean,
except for you can't name me, 3 kickboxing promotions and 3 Muay Thai promotions.
Dude, I already said I've already done this. I already said fuck your challenge.
You're I can't hear you, Xenu, by the way. I think you're muted. But yeah.
No, what I mean by that though is that like, a lot of Amabayev's game is gonna be grappling, and like only somebody like Manel Kopp is really gonna be able to fend that off with like a really elite striking.
Yeah, I mean, Jose Ochoa, how about his strength of schedule already, though, right? Loner Kavanaugh, Asu Amabayev, and Cody Durden.
Loner Kavanaugh. Dude,
Super
what happened
young
to
kid.
Where's Loner Kavanaugh been?
He has been trying to figure out if he's Chinese or British.
Right.
It's a tough one for him.
Same with Paradox, and then someone's like, Paradox, you're black. Oh, shit, all right. I guess I'll come back to you too. I'll be out of retirement.
Matt, what
All
do you?
Go ahead.
I'm gonna. Thanks for having me, boys.
Yeah, dude, I'm happy to see you. Shout out to Cape Town.
Yeah, man.
You have a good rest
Oh,
of your day, evening. I'm not sure what time it is over there, but take good care of the kitty.
But it's Saturday, so.
Hell yeah, sounds good, brother.
Yeah.
Hang loose. What did you think about? Obviously, you said that Guskov getting a knockout over Krylov.
Bro,
was
that was
the moment of the card.
That was sick, dude. That was sick. So like Krylov used to be a fucking terror, bro, and then a lot of inactivity. I guess he had to go. I mean, he had to go to war, which what you gotta do, right? But like, and then he came back and Dominic Reyes fucking finished him in the first round in a fight that a lot of people thought Krylov would win.
Yeah, I think I was one of them.
Yeah, no, that was one of those ones where fuck you, Thaw. That was that was one of those ones where that's like a more Dominic Reyes' back than anything else. But like, yeah, Guskov's very good, dude. I've been saying that since he fought.
We got Sean Nurmagomedov, which I know exactly who this is. This is the homie Andrew A. What's going on, dude?
Yo, what's up, man?
Dude, good to talk to you. How you doing?
This is the homie Andrew A.
Am I echoing?
Yeah, you
I
are.
can actually hear my
Okay,
audio.
let me mute this.
What's up?
Oh, not shit. Just watching the end of this NASCAR race. And
Oh yeah,
shooting the
got
shit with
money on
y'all.
it.
I did not get my money in time. They're fucking. They have some rain happening like sporadically that might cancel the race. It would have been fucking easy money.
You a NASCAR guy? I didn't take you as a NASCAR guy.
I like open wheel like IndyCar and F1 more, but
Okay.
NASCAR is all right. It's just I think this version of NASCAR for this era is probably the worst it's ever been. It's fucking garbage racing.
So a UFC fan and a NASCAR fan, that's not a good look for you.
I know, and I'm like
Was he
not a
fan?
redneck one bit, but then my mom's side of the family is like so fucking redneck. It's crazy.
Cool. All right, man. Well, we were just talking about Krylov getting knocked out by Guskov, but I guess do you have any thoughts, like in general, about the card, main event?
So I wanted to talk about the RDR Rob thing and the knees. So like a lot of people, I think like us probably more than a lot of fans, a lot of them don't watch one, so they've never seen RDR really actually fight.
Sure.
And
Yeah, true.
so he has that weird style. Like, you know how Strickland works off the teep and the jab? Instead of doing a teep, what's a teep if you don't extend your leg? It's a fucking knee.
Right.
So what he does is he presses forward so hard that if you don't parry his jab, you're going to slip it. And if you slip it, you're going to slip into his fucking knee. Because it's open stance almost always for him.
Sure.
Like he likes fighting open stance. And I've noticed people don't match his stance. They don't. I forgot what fight we saw last week that happened for like 2 minutes where they would just switch stances and not allow it to be open. And that's so hard to close that distance because that knee for somebody that lanky, he's going to be able to close that distance from so far. Like
Sure.
all you have to do is get outside foot position. Anybody knows boxing knows that's going to be easy.
Yeah.
And then you throw the knee. And then
Sure.
he's into the clinch. And we know he's good there.
Yeah, no, that's a great point. I mean, I also feel like Whitaker was probably one of RDR's smaller opponents.
I would agree with that. When you look at like the dude fought Malakin twice.
Sure.
Yeah,
You know?
in 2 different divisions, and that by the way, that's a very accurate breakdown of Ritter striking. And yeah, I mean, and you're absolutely right, and it's very deceptive to a lot of people who don't really know what they're looking at. It looks like I was saying before, it looks accidental the way that Ritter lands a lot of the time with those knees.
Right. No, like, I mean, I've straight up seen like those exchanges from fucking white belts at Bang Muay Thai, and you're like, what the fuck? Like, doesn't look good, but it's effective.
But it's very effective. Yeah,
Right.
and also, if you've ever seen RDR in a clinch, like, in like a standing clinch, not against the cage, which if you've watched one, there's plenty of fights like that. He does a really good job of, using, because he does have a decent reach. He's good. He's very good at, like, at leaving somebody at range for knees as well.
Kind of like a hand fight, but with the knees.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. He
His
seems
Muay Thai
really
player.
strong too for the size. Like
Sure.
that first clinch, remember? That first clinch, it wasn't even a real clinch. It was like this awkward, like he had his arm trapped.
Yeah, in the center of the cage. You're talking.
Yeah, and he just held on to him so easily. It's like, we haven't seen somebody do that to Rob.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't think he's very hard to prepare for. I think he works a lot better.
That's me going like, well, what? God damn it, dude! Like, Rob's getting beat every which way now. Like, knocked out, fucking decisionated in the clinch, fucking choked out, but obviously teeth broken by fucking Hamzat. I'm just like, fuck, man, dude.
Well, he was on a streak for a minute though, dude. He got that uppercut against the guy who should never have been fighting him, Liskarov.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, he beat Paulo Costa like fucking
Barely.
right. Yeah,
I don't know if he would have beat this version of Costa we just saw.
I know, right? Oh my god,
bro,
damn it, dude, I'm so fucking bummed.
Bro, I'm so like, I'm not a dumbass. Like, I'm not gonna be like, oh, this is corruption. But dude, Kopylov just didn't fucking. It was almost like the one proven corrupt fight where Prachnio fought William Knight, where they figured out that William Knight's like brother-in-law, he had like
a
told
bunch of
him
money
to
on
bet
him.
his ass by decision. It really looked like that. Like, Kopylov looked like he was throwing that fight. Yeah, I mean, Costa's entire torso was open to fucking the exact kicks that Kopylov threw to break Curtis's guard.
Right. That's what's crazy. And like, we know Costa's not gonna go for like catch the kick and take him down. He doesn't fight smart.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't fight smart. Costa's a very orthodox kind of like, he's part of that old guard of like Vittori, Costa, and Whitaker's kind of swinging on the fence there too, where doesn't necessarily adapt well.
Yeah.
He reminds me of like the Vanderlei era, where it's like he could fight a different way and it would work, but like he just doesn't want to. And I'm not saying Costa gets into wars because he doesn't anymore, but I mean,
no, the last war he had was Whitaker, probably.
Right.
That was Vittori.
Right. Yep.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
But even so, yeah, you're right. He doesn't like go for it like the Yoel Romero fight. And again, I think that's due to Izzy just breaking his brain and fucking knocking him out, clowning him. I just think hasn't had the same game ever since.
Breaking his jaw. Fucking Dreykus.
Well, I'm talking about Paulo, but
Paulo, yeah.
Well, I mean, shit though. Like, remember the second Rob and Izzy fight? Like, fucking A. Rob fought so good in a rematch. Ultimately lost from being too careful, in my opinion.
He's like I keep saying defensively responsible, which he really is, and
yes, but he has to be.
Yeah,
I feel like that's the problem.
Yeah, he's that more than anything. I think
yes, exactly.
The best moments in this fight were off the back, like that right overhand that put DeRitter on the ground. That was fighting DeRitter off of him with his back to the cage.
Yeah.
Like.
But yeah, did you want to stay on for the rest of the card breakdown, or
sure, I'll kick it as long as I'm not, talking over anybody or anything.
Nah,
I wanted to say something about McGee and Yan.
Yes,
because we're on Ochoa, Almbayev, right?
We're talking Guskov and Krylov now.
Oh, okay, so we're beyond that. All right, I'll just say what I want to say on McGee real quick. The dude has to fucking skate out for his fights. That's fucking dude. That's like your thing. You know, like a kickflip walkout would be fucking sick.
Dude, he was jamming to his own walkout music.
Was that his own music?
No, it's not his own music, but it's like he was, he like.
Oh,
like,
okay, got it. Yeah. No, I mean, well,
put the shit on
a couple things we know about the UFC is they hate fun, and also like, not to sound like this guy.
Not to sound like.
Imagine he fucking goes for a kickflip and just lands a primo and rolls his fucking ankle and he can't.
Well,
fucking
at least he'd be doing something versus like fucking Chris Barnett, who did.
Yeah, I was just gonna say Chris Barnett.
You know what I mean? Like, dude did a high legged squat jump and
he jumped. Okay,
blew his shit.
We gotta do justice to this. Chris
And
Barnett
didn't we have that happen back
up
to
and
back?
down.
Yeah, Brian Ortega was either
Yeah,
later in the card or the next card or something like that. Very close to it.
Dude, Chris Barnett, I stand by this now that Voltaire Walker just beat Kennedy. I stand by the fact that Chris Barnett would have won that fight.
Chris Barnett, do you guys know what happened to Chris Barnett?
Well, to be fair, his fucking ACL was already torn, so you know,
and not only that, his
let
wife
him torque it.
His wife had some sort of medical issue, and actually had passed away just before that fight.
Oh wow!
Oh
yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
That's heavy. That's crazy that he even like went in.
Facts.
that.
But he actually has a fight booked pretty soon.
Yeah, I heard that during Isha's stream.
Dude, I'm always rooting for Chris Barnett, bro.
No, Chris Barnett's fucking awesome.
5'9" heavyweight.
He just kind of sucks.
Nah, but his wins are so fun, dude. He's got.
That's so true. Yeah.
He's like two. He's 2-3 in the UFC. I think one of his wins is Jared Vanderoff, if I'm not mistaken. Jared Vanderoff, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. With the dude, it's like there's so few Taekwondo fighters that are worth shit. Robelis Despain was like a childhood hero of mine, and he disappointed the fucking shit out of me. Like, I mean, he'll knock Sam Alvey out in karate combat, and it won't count towards his MMA record. But, you know.
God damn it! All right, so yeah, Krylov, Guskov. I think Krylov's chinny and just kind of done at this weight class. Like I don't know, man. And again, like I said during my fight companion, like I wasn't there for Krylov's like run, like where he was considered like top of the division, or at least like top 10 fighter. So I guess from a fan that didn't watch like his peak, do I sound crazy in saying that?
I mean, I'm on Tapology and looking through his wins, and like if you start from his UFC, he loses to Jan by sub, beats OSP by sub, loses to Glover by split, Johnny Walker UD, Ankalaev UD, loss, gets triangled by Paul Craig, fucking KOs Gus.
Yeah.
Beats
I remember that
Volkan when Volkan was like good.
Yeah,
Volkan's still good, don't get me wrong.
Bad. Volkan's not bad now, dude. He almost beat Olberg.
No, I mean this isn't 2022, so this is like just off of prime Volkan. I feel like triangles Ryan Spann, and then like you said, I think the chin has gotten to him because even in those wins, if you like go back and watch him, he got cracked a lot.
He did get cracked. His guard was never really good. He used to he would strike with a lot of power and shoot, and he'd do the classic he'd leave his chin open. But dude, the inactivity I feel like played like a big part, and he wasn't exceptionally prepared for the Reyes fight, and now it's just like you get your jaw tested one too many times, and then it's like, and then you're Johnny Walker,
Sure.
Right.
Yeah, but it's not like he's got the explosivity of Walker to where we're like, oh, he's got a puncher's chance,
And for a dude that's so dangerous in the submission game, you've lost by sub 6 times? That's fucking wild. Like,
yeah.
I mean, okay, so you just
Does he
read
just get
off his-
subbed in jiu-jitsu all the time?
You just read off his UFC record, and again, I only started watching the sport in 2019. What's up with people loving Nikita Krylov and thinking he's like a really good fighter? Then
I honestly
Look,
don't
man.
see it. I think that people have rose-colored glasses about like kind of his first stint, because I only went over his second stint. Because I mean, if you get cut and you come back, it's kind of silly to mention your first UFC career, in my opinion.
sure,
Yeah,
It's essentially irrelevant, right?
sure,
Well,
yeah,
I don't know if it's totally irrelevant, but you are correct
Right.
in calling it almost like two different stints, given like what 3 years of inactivity between Dominic Reyes and his prior fight. That makes sense.
Regs asks Bigfoot versus Loch Ness Monster in a boxing match.
Oh shit.
Well, the Loch
Well,
Ness Monster
Loch-
doesn't have arms.
The Loch Ness Monster
Right,
is
but I mean,
he's a plesiosaur. He has little flippers, bro.
Okay,
right, and don't you think he would use his neck like a giraffe?
that would be illegal under boxing rules.
Yeah, no.
I feel like if we're,
I think he
well,
meant-
how's he gonna wear gloves?
Yeah, exactly. He's got flippers, dude. He can't
Sure,
strike.
sure. I mean,
There's no
the
grappling.
real question.
So maybe
is-
it's in power slap.
power slap. I'm picking the Loch Ness Monster all day. The leverage can generate with the tail.
Yeah, but even still, dude, he
can't.
has no reach. He has no reach and no power, dude.
Yeah, but he would have to be able to use his tail in that scenario.
Oh,
Also-
word.
Also, a flipper can generate a lot of power. Let's not forget.
Right.
Yeah,
like
going one like a door, dude, going
Mhm.
one way. There's no
Like a door, much like a
movement.
door.
There's no overhand.
What was I gonna say?
Bigfoot.
Yeah, no, I'm down with that. I would actually like to see that maybe co-main event UFC 321 under Tom Aspinall versus Cyril Gahn.
UFC
Um,
497 Piotr Jan.
No, how about UFC Tree Fitty?
Interesting.
Loch Ness Monster. He needs about Tree Fitty. South Park fans will get that.
Ryan Garcia with Bryce Mitchell in his corner. Dude, no one remembers that when Ryan Garcia begged Dana White to fucking let him fight in the UFC, and then Bryce Mitchell did this really gracious like promo where he's like, "I'll teach you how to grapple. Come down to the ring."
That is a great transition to talking about Bryce Mitchell versus Saeed.
Yeah, and fuck you,
yeah.
Fucking barely won.
I
Barely
thought
won
Bryce
the
Mitchell
fight.
would win this fight easy. I thought it was even weird that people were picking, like, hammering Saeed Nurmagomedov. But as the fight played out, it was very clear to me that Bryce Mitchell is not very good in the striking. Saeed Nurmagomedov is pretty good in the striking. I wouldn't say he's like super high level, but got good kicks, got straight shots, puts a good pace on. I thought that Saeed Nurmagomedov won this fight. The grappling exchanges were all super interesting to me. I like the reversals Saeed was hitting. He locked up some sub attempts. I'm really surprised that he even won, because I felt like all Bryce Mitchell did in the second and third round was control time. I didn't even think he landed any damage. What do you guys think?
I mean, I personally thought there was like, I forget whether it was the second or the third. I think it was the third. That was the third, when he had the arm up, the elbow up in the arm triangle.
Mhm.
I was like, he could totally pass this, like pass guard here. Like we've seen Bryce's ability to pass guard and stuff like that's really good. And he just kept hanging out in opposite half guard and didn't even like try. And he just kind of laid there with the grit. And I feel like that was, a big stall. But the dude literally, when I'm looking at the stats right now in UFC stats, the third round significant strikes, Bryce is 0 for 1 and Saeed's 2 for 2.
Sure.
And
Yeah,
it's
you
like,
could argue not enough happened in the second and third round to like, and that's why I wasn't like mad.
There was a reversal.
I
There
just
was
thought
a reversal in the third round where Saeed purposely tried to take Bryce. Basically he tried to go for what in his imagination would have been a rear naked choke from underneath. And he pulls Bryce back, allowing Bryce to convert into top control. And that moment, if he had stayed on top, if Saeed had stayed on top, he would have won the fight. Like that.
100%.
What do you guys think about Bryce Mitchell's prospects at 135?
I think, yeah, dude, it's like, this is the thing, dude. He's following Jose Aldo right over the edge, and he's not even as good. Like, it's never the move to go down a weight class. Like, granted, Figueiredo could only have gone so far, but he went up after, like, a back and forth with Brandon Moreno at flyweight. He goes up, and he's like 36 years old, and he glides into the top 5, right? You try to do the opposite. You're getting into your 30s. You're putting yourself through a more difficult weight cut than you already go through. And like Bryce Mitchell in particular, dude, like, I was saying how Whitaker was defensively responsible. Mitchell's always been the opposite. He always leaves himself open. He's never got the advantage on the feet unless you give him a layup like Crone Gracie.
Yeah. Yeah, and I said heading into the fight that I think Said Nurmagomedov is like a better version of Crone Gracie. I think that's just a terrible, all-time bad take from me. Crone Gracie sucks. Said Nurmagomedov is actually a skilled MMA fighter.
Said.
Yeah. What do you think about Bryce Mitchell's prospects at 135, Andrew?
I'm looking through the ratings on Tapology, and I just don't see it. Like, you move down to try and be a champ, obviously, right?
Sure.
Yeah, I think he moved down because it's like that Gene Silva loss. He's like, fuck. Like,
which is crazy.
I kind of agree with that because I almost feel like Bryce just feels like he's just going to have better chances in fights, not necessarily to be champ, but I just feel like he just feels a little outmatched with the power and the size. I don't know. Maybe I'm off.
I mean, power. I mean, dude, it's like, Gene Silva's a contender.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's like, yeah, you will get stepped over, and it's like, what do you do if you're Bryce Mitchell? It's a hard spot to be in. I think panicking and going down a weight class, it's like, but what does he do? Does he go up? No, it's like you fucking stay in your weight class. You fucking train harder. Like, that's pretty much all you can do. It's not an enviable spot to be in, but
I think Bryce Mitchell has never fought with a ridiculous pace, and I feel like he kind of eked out a win here, and I'm going to fade the fuck out of Bryce Mitchell in his next fight at bantamweight.
I think it depends on who he gets, because looking through it, the wrestling difference at the top of those divisions is pretty big. We got Volk, Evloev, Allen, Lopez, Lerone Murphy, who, he's not a wrestler, but he stuffs everything.
Yeah, Lerone Murphy stuffs everything. He's fighting
Aljo,
yeah.
City. And then you're finally down to Gene Silva, who he got subbed by. It's like, well, you're probably not going to out-wrestle those guys. And we know that's your route.
It's a good point.
But he's got Marab, and I think he could out-wrestle Umar maybe.
I don't think
but
so.
I think the striking Umar has is so much better that,
you
will catch up to him.
Exactly. Yeah, you put Mitchell against Umar or even Sand. I mean, dude, look at
even Song.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's like
Davison.
That'd
be a sick fight.
Lope Dog. Can he beat Lope Dog even?
Hell no.
No, that's my boy, dude. I've been talking about.
What I mean?
I think we got to start at Ricky Simone for Bryce Mitchell. You know what I'm saying?
And
how about
Simone,
Rob
dude,
Font?
and fucking Vinicius. I had him beating Simone after he killed that Albanian, and fucking, and he's not disappointed me. And that dude, he made Ricky Simone look terrible, and then Simone came back and took the O off of Basharat, looking good. I think Ricky Simone pushes a pace on Mitchell, and I mean, to the point where Mitchell is panic shooting, and that's one thing he does do. Is he'll he panic shoots and then he gets worked on the feet.
So yeah, I don't like Bryce Mitchell's prospects at bantamweight. I don't think anybody does. Kind of a confusing move.
He's such a fan.
I don't like them, but they're better than 145.
Sure. I think that's a good point. Yeah.
I see. I don't even know if that's true. If we're talking about like how far in the rankings he could climb, you know.
The wall literally is at the same spot in both of them. It's
Yeah. Well, exactly.
I think he gets pieced up on his feet in 35, and then he gets out wrestled at 45.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Muslim Salikov getting a 42-second knockout over.
Bro, you have to give it to him, dude.
Fucking A, man. I mean, what do you even say? Muslim Salikov, what, 41?
I thought
knocks out a guy who he was a huge underdog to, not with the spinning kick like we all thought it would come by, but with just a clean, picture-perfect right hand as Carlos Leal got a little sloppy entering.
Yep.
One thing about Leal that I've noticed is like, it's like he's a guy. I mean, he beat up Alex Morono, dude. That dude looks like he's melting physically.
Yeah, that's true. I fucking
progressively
can't stand Alex Morono anymore. He's one of the most
he's like hideously. He's one of the most aesthetically unpleasing fighters to look at. and
fighting in molasses.
He looks consistently worse with every fight. So it's like, of course, Leal's gonna fucking finish him in one round. Leal's like a poor man's Joe Piper in the way that he. Yeah, seriously, it's like he's got.
I have a lot of respect for Carlos Leal, and I like the pace that he's able to put on people. I honestly just think he got caught. Like, I don't think it's that deep.
Well, I mean, you say it's not that deep, but like, I mean, it's not that deep. He doesn't have particularly good lateral movement. He's not really defensively sound. He's just big. He's just big power shots. That's all.
Sure.
Like, I mean, God help him if his grappling's ever tested. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
sure. I got a lot of respect for Leal. I think he's a very fun fighter. I think he's way more skilled than fucking Joe Piper, who only has a right hand. At least Leal can fucking throw a left hand, and you know what I'm saying? Like, get in the pocket.
He can, but he's got his
changes.
He leaves himself so open, dude.
Like, right, but he also normally is not chinny. Like I wouldn't say chinny because he got cracked so hard and clean, and it's by Salikov, who I was telling Curtis Clark in Isha's chat. I don't know what he was saying, but I was like replying back to like, how could Salikov even do anything here? It's like Power's. Oh, he said he was 41. I'm like, Power's the last thing to go, man. Like, these are 4-ounce gloves, and he's a karate specialist, or a kung fu specialist. Like,
that's a good point.
Get specific, it's Wushu Sanda. No, split.
He's like he's one of those guys, it's like you can't even really compare him to Jim Miller. He's got like he's one of those guys where it's like, as certain things fade, his fight IQ increases just by way of experience, and there's like this purgatory period where one makes up for the other. So he's a guy that's like, time almost stands still, and you can see him making a decision like, okay, this guy's open right here, right now. I put a lot of power on this shot, I got him. Or I put less power on this shot, I get him over here, I move out this way,
Right, it's that point fighting style that's like, just it's so hard to beat. It's part of why we saw Wonder Boy just win too. Mm-hmm. How do you beat somebody that's not there?
Well, Wonder Boy just lost to Bonfim.
Oh yeah, that was a split loss, wasn't it?
It was close enough, though. Yeah, I do.
It was close. I don't think Bonfim's a guy that I don't think is that good. I think
me neither.
Oh yeah, he lost. That was that controversial decision. Now I'm remembering.
Yeah, some people had
smoke a lot of weed, guys.
Wonder Boy had lost. That's right. Or that he had won. I mean, Salikov aging like fine wine. I think every time he goes up the rankings, though, like, and doesn't get like a prospect or like a old guy like him, he fucking loses bad. So I don't know. I love Muslim Salikov. I fade him a lot, but I have a lot of respect for his game.
The call out's perfect there, by the way, with Stephen Wonderboy Thompson being the next matchup. It's like,
that is a good call out.
That is perfect.
Yeah, but hold on, though.
40-year-old point fighters.
Hold on.
They'll knock each other out.
Remember everyone was saying MVP versus Wonderboy was the fight they want to see?
That's stupid.
I would like to see it, but again, all three of us know that fight would suck ass.
Of course it would, because it'd be all feints and you
Counter striking. I feel like that's the same thing. That
I
fight
think
No,
it's a little
no,
less
not
with
with Salikov.
Salikov.
Dude, Salikov's crafty, dude. Salikov will grab Wonder Boy's leg. He'll figure some weird shit out.
Sure. I don't know. I feel like that's MVP versus Wonder Boy territory. Maybe a little bit better because the style is a little bit different. I think Salikov has a little bit of judo.
Dude,
in his
I
game.
want to see MVP's fucking face get
Fuck
spiked.
it. Put all three of them in the cage at once.
Yeah, dude.
There's an interesting prospect. Fuck yeah, let's do it. Why not?
Yeah, let's do it, bro.
I'm so down. Speaking of old fighters kind of aging like fine wine, Davey Grant gets it done over Damone Blackshear. First
Davey
round,
Grant.
obviously Davey Grant in trouble, loses that one. Second and third, fucking pieces up. Damone Blackshear able to avoid the takedown. Fucking Davey Grant, dude. How could you not fucking just love Davey Grant? I faded him in this fight, but I said, hey, Davey Grant could fucking win this fight, dude. It all depends on if Damone Blackshear can take him down, because I thought Damone Blackshear in his recent fights has kind of just been like, hey, I got some power, I can strike with dudes, and he's been working on his hands, which have improved. But I was like, dude, you don't want to do that against Davey Grant because of the pace he's able to put. And I feel like Damone Blackshear kind of didn't even try to put a pace on, or he didn't even try to really strike with Davey Grant, because I don't know why. Did he freeze up, or did Davey Grant just put a hell of a pace on him? I didn't even think that Davey Grant was putting on that much of a pace.
Well, Davey Grant's one of those guys where, you know, you see him go to split decision a lot of the time because
Sure.
he's got a lot of tenacity, but he can be, he can be stalled into losing fights, like against Daniel Marcos, for example. By split decision, which is a fight that, like, if you're scoring damage, he won, right? He cracks really hard. He's got a lot of power. Like Sean was saying, power is the last thing to go. And
that's Andrew A, dog. Come on, you obviously don't know.
Sorry.
No, you're fine, man.
Sean,
Just fucking around.
I'm just looking at his name, Sean Nurmagomedov or whatever. Nurmagomedov.
He has a different character every other week, I swear.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Did you used to be Nurma Guerrera?
No, I don't think so. I was Durandamy's dad.
That's funny.
Verna Jandarova's dad.
Yeah. And then what else? What other one did I have that was really good? I was Oster Ryan for a long time.
Oh yeah, Oster Ryan. That's right.
That's fun.
Sorry, go ahead though. You're talking about Davey Grant.
Yeah. I was just saying that Davey Grant, like,
Power's the last thing to go.
Also, Damone Blackshear, dude, is like, I mean, he's all like, he's all rest on the feet. He's all right, but like against a guy like Davey Grant, it's like, he was, dude, everything he threw was getting answered with combinations, and like, Davey Grant's he's not knocking him out, but he was, he was working him in the second and third, dude, like. And defending takedowns, and Damone Blackshear is shooting the same fucking, he kept trying to grab the leg, and then he starts panic shooting double legs. He's a guy where it's like,
by the way, they had this fuck speak at the post-fight press conference. What the fuck is this guy's name again?
I don't know. I've seen him before sucking somebody off.
Stupid Dana White not going to this event. What a dickhead.
He's probably like it's probably like when Hunter S. Thompson got too fucked up and missed Rumble in the jungle. He was like,
yeah, that's an all-time. I didn't even know about that. That's an all-time miss.
Yeah,
missed
dude.
Rumble in the jungle. How would Cosell?
Yeah, well, you don't do drugs, dude. You don't understand. He was fucking.
And those were old drugs too. Like, they're probably on Quaaludes and shit.
Yeah, bro, it was on absinthe and shit. Yeah,
right.
Absinthe my ass. He was on fucking mescaline and PTP and
right.
The newest drug craze, mescaline.
Dick sucked by
Mescaline cold drops. Give them to your children. Like, yeah.
Dude, you see
those days.
a video of Joe Rogan reading his like regimen for when he like retired to
I
Colorado.
have
Like,
seen that. Look, I think Hunter S. Thompson's fucking lame as fuck. I don't give a shit about.
Dude, he got so. My thing with Hunter S. Thompson is by the time he even wrote Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, he was like, it was past it and it was corny. Like the Hell's Angels book is legit. It's very legit. But
Leave
yeah,
it up to Juliana to bring up the obscure Hunter S. Thompson book that he thinks is better.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying his most popular shit is actually his worst and lamest. Like I would say, one of those. But anyway, all right. So, you said, how did we get here? Dana White didn't go to the event. Oh yeah, he sent that fucking shill to.
Yeah, whatever the fuck his name is.
Yeah.
John Everyman. Andrew A., what do you think about Davy Grant's performance?
I honestly think more so Damon's performance here. In Isha's chat, I was like, Damon and Terrence McKinney are the same fighters. They like either have really good performance or a really bad performance. There's no in betweens.
It's like saying Kevin Holland and Terrence McKinney are the same fighter.
Right, but they both fail from the same thing. I feel like where they mentally aren't tough, if you will. They're all fighters, so they're tough. But
they're glass cannons. They're glass cannons. But
yeah,
I would say,
that's a good.
I would say Damon Blackshear is the least glass cannon out of all of them. Personally,
100%. But when you're talking, like you said, he didn't get a takedown after the first. And then shoots one more in the second, shoots 3 in the third, and doesn't get any of them. And then I noticed this when I was like doing my prep on the fight. I was like, Damon can win this through grappling, or if he like just cracks him early. But I think of Davy Grant like a poor man's Jan. He downloads the data and gets better and better. And he works that pace. And when you look at the fight profiles for Damon, that guy gets hit 4.15 times per minute, and he strikes at 4.7.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Davey is out here striking at 5.2, so higher than what he gets hit at.
Yeah.
For Damon, and he gets hit less than Damon by a whole strike.
Oh wow. Okay.
So that I was like, the math on that's just going to go bad for 2 and 3.
Yeah,
and that's literally how I live bet it that way. I had Damon pre-fight in a parlay. It was the last leg for a prelim parlay.
Yeah. I had the automatic live bets, set. It was basically, I had Grant by decision if it went past the second round.
So,
exactly.
So you're saying it's what Damon Blackshear didn't do, or his deficiencies came out more than Davy Grant having a great performance.
It was a classic Davy Grant performance that Damon walked himself clean into because he couldn't secure a second takedown. And then when he couldn't secure that second takedown, because once he got it, he was going to keep the position, I think, unless it was like one of those kind of half-ass takedowns. You know what I mean? Where you're like maybe up against the cage on a knee kind of thing.
So the last couple fights on the card, we'll break them down quickly, and then I got to get out of here. Obviously, Ibo Aslan versus Billy Elikana, super boring. I think it's a case of Ibo Aslan having a tough fight in his last fight, and then just like not doing shit in this fight. But I know that Giuliano is really hyped on Tabitha Ricci getting a KO against Amanda Hebos. Is that true?
Those elbows were fierce.
And I know why he is. Apparently made some good coin off of that. Talk to me about that real quick.
So, I mean, if you remember the first card of the year, Rivas got finished by Mackenzie Dern.
I said really quick, you're going back to the first card of the year already? Goddamn.
I'm saying, like, a lot of people just don't, I mean, people treat WMMA like it's fucking WNBA or like it's a different sport. And like they don't really know what they're watching, and
I've long since said that MMA is the best sport for women, and that you could have two people competing in the same thing on the same night, and it be just as entertaining from the men and women's side. And maybe that's true for combat sports as a whole, but I think MMA is the more consistent on that front.
Yeah, yeah, and I was talking to Isha about this actually. It's like people who fade like women in combat sports, like it's like if you watch enough Muay Thai, like there's so all right, so I went back and looked actually like a little while ago, and it's like I have a better pick percentage than like pretty much anybody on just WMMA fights.
Interesting.
Which is like, because it's like I'll treat it like any other fight where it's like I'll watch tape and do research and shit, and it's like
Giuliano does not see gender.
Well, I'm not a feminist or anything, but that being said, no, dude, it's just I know which bitch is gonna fucking It's
Oh
like,
shit! Okay,
but
misogyny.
then
No,
Yeah.
I think the lines are off more in women's MMA too, man.
that's okay. So if so as a professional gambler, I will definitely I have this. To
Right, me and you both. Like that's what we do.
Are you fill out a W2-G and all that shit?
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
Bet. Okay, so
Gio
yeah.
was a little challenged
then
by that. You could tell. He's like, "Oh, really?"
No. I'm not challenged. It's just that so many people claim. So many. Yeah. I know you're being a fucking dickhead, but so many people claim that, Andrew. Like so many people are like, "Oh yeah, I'm a professional gamer." There's guys with whole YouTube channels that are frauds, like Luke.
Right, they're just pickers and they fucking make money off Discord.
Yeah, exactly. And Telegram.
You actually told me about that, Andrew Ake. Who was it that you told me? Was it Ian Parker? That you told me that somebody in the space like shits the bed on picks consistently, but he makes you pay to get into his Discord.
Yeah, anyone with a paywalled site.
I'm pretty sure you told me that, Andrew Ake.
I don't know if that was me or somebody else, but I mean, it's a pretty common practice, sadly. Like,
Yeah, it's
like
its
that
own.
shit used to happen at horse racing, where they'd sell you a fucking pick sheet.
Dude,
Okay.
people see, there is a thing though where it's like your style of betting, it's like you might do shit on picks, but like your betting style is such that like you're
That's me.
making money. Yeah, that's me too a lot of the time, like this card for example, but
I'm usually negative in my record.
word. Yeah, but like, but anyway, like yeah, like
Hold on, we have Matua's representative trying to join the panel.
so
I can't
Which-
imagine who that's going to be. But quickly, just tell me your reaction to Tabitha Ricci getting a KO over Amanda Hebus.
I mean, I kind of was shocked that she went that heavy into it, but I think she realized, and she was listening to her corner really well, it seemed, and landed those elbows and stuck with it instead of switching to a sub. And we've seen that's how you get to a third round and end up in a decision that you might lose. And she stuck with it, and I was kind of shocked.
We talked about Yaya versus Stephen Wynn, or I was going to talk about Yaya versus Stephen Wynn. Most knockdowns in an MMA fight. Yaya's fucking eye reminded me of Joanna's forehead.
Dude,
that was a fun fight.
I thought that was going to pop.
Yeah, right? It's like a balloon. I did. So my power went out, and I wasn't able. I only watched the third round of Buchecha versus Boudet, but somebody break that fight down for me, because again, I only watched the third round. And Buchecha looked totally gassed, and I said that would probably be the thing that would lose him this fight was his gas tank.
So from my memory of the fight, we had a first round that was kind of boring, typical heavyweight thing going on. And then in the second round, Buchecha got his takedown in a good spot this time where he could actually like hold the control. Because it seemed like for somebody that's supposed to be such a hot shit grappler, like, why can't you keep your control?
So he did get some takedowns?
Yeah. In the second round, he landed a takedown and held it for most of the round. And I thought he won that round because of that. But I think that when you look back at it, he shoots ugly naked takedowns, and it's so crazy to me because it's just not hard to pick that up
Sure.
in my mind. Like 1-2, cross hook to leg, anything like that.
Matua's representative of audio control. You were on the panel. You are muted though. What's going on?
Yes, hello. Good evening, gentlemen. I just came on here as a representative from Matua's audio control and to check that Mr. Argenti's mic is working properly.
Oh, okay. This is Dr. Pinar.
And we're not talking about women's MMA anymore?
This is Dr. Pinar.
Who's this?
It is. You have exposed me.
I knew it.
Oh, it's good, Leandro.
I saw you on someone's panel, and wait, is it Leandro? It's totally Leandro.
No.
Wow.
No, I'm Dr. Pinar, man.
Yo, you just got Trojan horse like fucking Gummy Gang.
No, that's fine.
It's Dr. Pinar, see?
No, it's
I
not.
see you, urology.
It's not the urologist.
Hey, but can we just go back to women's MMA real quick?
Sure, go ahead. What do you
Yeah, there's just one thing that I really liked about today's fight, and that is...
Good shit. Good shit. I think that's a good spot to end the panel and the show. Do you guys have anything else you want to say before I wrap this shit up?
Yeah, that guy. Well, really quick, that guy that Dana White sent in. Speaking of Dr. PNR, that guy has a urologist's energy.
He totally does.
I bet you that guy can get you to pass your drug tests no problem when USADA comes knocking.
Right.
I'm looking for Abu Dhabi bonuses here.
Yeah, you got to give one to Gooskov, right?
Fight of the night.
Before you do that, let's make guesses, Giuliano.
All right.
Okay, because I've seen it now. So go ahead.
All right, I'm gonna say performance bonuses.
Hold on. Performance bonuses. Ricci,
Ricci.
Gustav, and I want to say Steven Wynn.
Nah, I think they'll only give two performance of the nights. Probably Gustav and Ricci, and then
Yeah, I'll say Ricci for sure.
Fight of the night they're gonna give the main event. I bet.
And maybe fight of the night goes to Shara and Andre Barrio.
All right, so you are correct. We only got 2 performance bonuses, which I think's kind of weak for such a good card. I think that this was like a 8 for a card, and 2 back-to-back good UFC cards, by the way.
Yeah,
but Steven Wynn and Muslim Salikov for performance.
Oh yeah, I forgot Salikov. Yeah, okay.
Which I don't know about. I have a hard time with performance bonuses when you fight for less than a minute.
Well, yeah, but you fight for less than a minute.
Right. That's where I think that 3 bonuses would have been more justified because of that. And then fight of the night was indeed Shara versus Mark.
That's great. Dude, they just cannot stop giving Shara undeserved love in the movie.
For sure. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to head out of here. Super nice to hear from you, Andrew A. We've talked a little bit on Instagram and shit. Seemed like a cool ass dude, so it was nice to talk to you, man.
Yeah, you seem
definitely. I'll have to join again sometime.
Anytime, pre-fight, post-fight show, anybody's welcome on. So yeah, it's great hearing from you. You had some really good insight, man. Gio, what are you doing the rest of the night? You gonna stream after this?
Yeah, I might stream for like a hot second. I got some.
Sure. I know that some things been going on. I hope everything's going well.
Yeah.
Talk off camera, but yeah. Were you guys looking forward to Ryzen tonight?
Honestly, dude, yeah. I mean, yeah. Like,
were you guys aware that Seika Izawa is the greatest fighter to ever live? Hands down, nobody even comes close to her.
Dude,
oh shit, that starts in 22 minutes, it's saying?
No way.
No, what?
No way. Yeah, there's no way. That's what it says on Tapology. That's complete bullshit, right?
Shit, man. I thought it started at 9, 10 p.m.
Am I the only one that actually has a fucking Ryzen subscription besides me and Isha? Like,
I do. It starts at 8:30 It starts at 7:30 p.m. Eastern on YouTube, and 10:30 p.m. Eastern. Sorry, Pacific. 7:30 p.m. Eastern, 10:30.
That's what I thought. Because
it would go the other way, dude.
yeah.
Sorry, did I fuck that up again? 7:30 p.m. Pacific, 10:30 Eastern. Sorry. So,
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't know if I'll catch Ryzen or not. Honestly, I might catch the end of it.
Okay.
I'll probably catch the end of it.
My chat has requested that I do it, even though I might fall asleep. But no, you guys are ducking the question. Seika Izawa, greatest fighter of all time or not?
I set you up. Dude, I knew where you were going with the fucking Ryzen questions. I set you up for that.
You set me up. I set you up.
Here's the thing: is she would have to fight Dakota Dacheva to be the best, and that's my wife.
Literally murdered Dakota Dacheva in the first round. It would take 5 seconds. I don't even know what you're talking about.
Listen, my ex that I'm on amicable terms with, Dakota Dacheva, she's, I don't know if even she could beat Baby Shark at this point. So it's all Baby Shark and Seika.
Did you just mention Tabitha Rishi's name in the same sentence as the great, all-powerful Seika Izawa? Are you fucking kidding me, Giuliano? Get out of here! Get out of here! I'm done with you. Andrew A., I'm done with you too. You did not answer the question properly. That's it. I'm going to wrap this show up. Thank you, everybody, for joining. It's time to wrap it up. We got to wrap it up.
What the hell?
Yo, the sign is real simple, B. It says wrap it up. Wrap that shit up, B.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Man, you want some too? You better wrap it up. You better wrap